And boom. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Special episode today, boys.
Special episode, boys.
You can't fucking tell.
Over there, it's the 2-year special, boys. Thank you guys so much for sticking around this long. If you're new, welcome. We got a special guest behind the camera today. We got our own little
Jamie.
We got our own Jamie for the podcast. We got Ian back there. Thank you
Call
so
out,
much.
Ian. Call out. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Just to hear him faint in the background.
Hello. Yeah, but he's here.
Oh,
We got the full setup going today, boys.
He's here. He's got his beer.
He's got his beer. We got beers finally back on the episode. You know, it has been a while that we have had beers on the pod. I'm not gonna lie.
Boys, we're a little healthy.
We're a little bit as you have a smeared off
Oh,
rocket
dude,
pop.
I was just ripping anything.
150 grams of sugar in that bad boy.
See?
It's probably like, let me guess. It's a cool 45.
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say. Who cares?
Who cares?
You're not drinking this because you don't like sugar. You're drinking this because you want to get drunk. And
Exactly.
It tastes good.
Dude, it says on the back, under across from sugar, it just says, who cares?
Nobody gives a shit.
Nobody gives a shit. But thank you guys. Welcome back. We had a plan for the 2-year episode.
How much does it say?
What is he looking at?
6.5 teaspoons of sugar. My God.
6.5 teaspoons of sugar.
That's nothing.
That's a regular Smirnoff. That's a regular Smirnoff. This is a rocket pop Smirnoff.
It's fucking 26 grams of sugar.
I've never heard of it described as teaspoons of sugar. You say, hey man, there's 6.5 teaspoons in that.
Buddy,
What does that mean?
The bad boys are measuring it out. Dude,
There's a
can
guy.
Can you imagine them making like the batch of this?
Just pouring in.
No, dude, it would literally
batches.
no, bro. It would, because like I've had to make like my old job, I had to make like those big ass vats of like liquid nutrients.
Yeah.
We'd literally take a 20-pound bag. No, how much were they? They're like 40-pound bags roughly, like depending.
Yeah.
And we'd fucking take them, put them on the thing, like weigh them out, bring them up to like into the tank thing, cut them open from the top, and like all this salt shit flows. Oh, that's exactly what they do. They just have like a big ass bag of sugar.
I feel like at Smirnoff, I feel like it's a machine and not a dude cutting open a bag of cane sugar.
But nonetheless, it's probably a big ass thing of sugar.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so originally, boys, we did have a plan for this episode.
Noah lied to you all.
What?
You said, because we went on a trip and we were
yeah.
gonna do this on the road
Yeah.
and be fucking fancy, sick, nasty about it.
Yeah.
But Noah's a lying poo head.
I'm a lying poo head, hey? Hear me out, boys, all right? We did have a plan. We were in Tofino last weekend, which we will get into our trip momentarily.
Hold on. Before we get to that, what beer should I have next? I got a nude iced tea. I got a Coors Original, and I have a tall boy of the old Blanc.
I feel like you got to go tall boy Blanc, and then you got to... Are they in the fridge?
No, they're right here.
Oh.
But then, am I gonna end it off on like a poo note with like a
Coors original
or a fucking nude iced tea, or should I?
You got to start with the nude iced tea. Get the... That's just what you got to do. You got to get the alcohol first through something like that.
Well, no, because see, I had like a very sugary drink.
Yeah.
And then instead of going straight to like a
beer.
bitter thing, beer,
Yeah.
you go kind of like that middle ground.
Neutral.
Yeah.
And then you
And
just
then
fucking
the
crank the taste buds.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good
get
plan.
that nude going. Yeah, man. Dude, it's been a while since we've had beers in the pod. Like probably like a year or so, realistically.
You think?
Dude, we haven't been ripping beers. Every once in a while we'd get baked, and those episodes would just go off the rails. Dude, I've went back and I've listened to some of the episodes where I've gotten baked before, and I'm literally like sitting there. I'm like, I do have a point. I'm like thinking of something, and then I think of something else as I'm saying it, and then I forget what I was saying. So I'll just be there like, yeah, man, and then what was I saying? It's just what it is. I gotta stop smoking weed, man. I've been thinking about this more and more.
Oh no, same, dude.
What it is for me is I'm like, hey, man, like I like to smoke weed before bed, but then I just feel terrible when I wake up, and then sometimes like last week I didn't smoke weed before bed, and I wake up, I'm like, wow, this is what I normally am supposed to feel like?
Yeah.
Makes no sense. I feel great.
Yeah.
You're telling me I don't wake up and feel like shit? It's actually easy to wake up?
See, for me, it's like I definitely like feel like I don't feel like shit, but I feel definitely like you have that fucking what's it called? Like you feel
groggy in the morning.
Yeah, I guess a bit more groggy, like burnt and shit. But I usually I was so used to that for a while that like it was whatever.
Yeah.
But like since I got like my concussions and stuff, I just feel like that normally when I wake up. Like I'm like, I'll wake up and like I tell you, I have to wait like 15, 20 minutes before I can get out of bed. Because if I get out of bed, I'm like dizzy as shit, and then I get headaches and stuff throughout the day. So
Just
I have
from
to
your
like,
concussions.
yeah, it's just I don't know what the fuck it is. I have to
Wow.
lay in bed for 15 minutes, chill, like
Yeah.
no lights, no nothing, just chill and let myself kind of like turn on. And then it's like turning a computer on with a hard drive, not an SSD. The bitch is just like
Slowly trucking along.
and then finally you get there.
After like 5 minutes, your eyes just wake up, and you just slowly rise out of bed, super slowly. But yeah, let's talk about the trip. So we went to Tofino, which last year, boys, if you remember the 1 year episode, we
were in the van.
We were in the van, and one of the spots that we went on the van was Tofino. We didn't film it in Tofino. We filmed that episode in Osoyoos, in BC. But Tofino is on the island, on Vancouver Island, and it's on the side that's like facing the ocean.
Like the
So
wide open waters.
Yeah,
of the
it's
Pacific.
like the surf capital of Canada. I'm pretty sure, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. You think guys are ripping the surf in in
Fucking-
St. John's, Newfoundland? Fuck yeah, ripping those Atlantic waters, hitting icebergs and shit, getting clobbered by hurricanes. Let's go.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, it was a blast. I had a little surfing accident. We go up.
I got beat.
I got beat by a surfboard, boys. It wasn't a good time for me. I was surfing. I had the first day out.
Show
And,
him like point out the scar.
I got a scar on the old face. I'll get into how that happened. But we were going surfing. We had the first day out. Ian and I were out there. We were tearing it up, and didn't go too well the first day. I'm not gonna lie. Didn't really catch too many waves. Maybe traveled a total of 15 feet on my board. But day two of surfing, because I rented a surfboard for 3 days, right?
Yeah.
And me being a broke university student, naturally spending $130 on renting a surfboard, I'm like, I'm cool with it as long as I get the time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know. So day two, we go out there, start surfing some waves. I already feel a little bit better. I'm like, all right, I feel more confident. Been out there. I realized what I was doing wrong on the first day, which was pedaling far last 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Or like far last minute. I was like waiting for the waves to be like at my feet, and then I just paddle like a maniac. But I would like think back to surf's up, and I'm like fucking what's his name? Fucking
The chicken?
What's the chicken? Chicken Joe. He's paddling for days before he catches a wave, right? He's got the speed going,
yeah, of
right?
course.
And I
Feel
was
it
just
in
like,
my
I would
nuggets.
feel it in my nuggets that I wasn't fucking surfing fast enough. So I would start to gain momentum about 10, 15 feet away from this wave. And I ended up going 4 for 4 on the first 4 waves that I tried to catch. And on the 5th wave, my boy Ian over there, young Jamie in the back, had a great idea. Is he pulling up?
Buddy, the
Surf-
size of the waves they're ripping.
They are ripping
Oh my
tsunamis.
god.
Pull that up. They are ripping tsunamis.
They're literally ripping like look at that thing.
Now, the waves that I was surfing were a lot more bitch compared to those bad boys.
They're surfing it through like big ass jagged rocks.
They're surfing the tsunami that wiped out Japan.
What's going on? And all the penguins are like, he's gonna die.
But
Big Z.
Big Z. No, but it was going well for me. I caught 4 for 4 in the first 4 waves, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm fucking buzzing today. We got out there early. I was feeling good. Wasn't like drinking nothing.
Feeling good.
I was feeling good, right? 5th wave comes. Me, Ian, and Hendy. Hendy's been a guest on the podcast before, if you guys
Has
remember that. Yeah, he's back in the day.
Oh wow.
Episode probably like 35, Hendy was on.
Oh wow.
And
God probably regrets that.
I think he was the first. I think he was the first guest.
No, Drew was the first guest
Was
for
he?
sure. Yeah.
Okay, well he was the second guest, and we were all very, very close surfing to each other, which
Like within like
within probably 5 feet.
yeah, like even less than that. Like
Yeah.
I remember because I was
Yeah.
watching you guys when
Yeah.
you were took that wave, and I looked away and then looked back, and you're like, I'm dying, help me.
Dude. So we take this wave and we all like kind of get up, and I like jump off my board because I don't really get it. And Hendy, being probably 230 pounds,
Guy's 500 pounds.
so Hendy's probably at least 650 pounds, right? And this guy, he's massive. He's like 8'5", I think.
8'5", 1,000 pounds.
Dude, he's like 9'6", 1,500 pounds, right? 100%.
Dude, could you guys just pause for a second?
Picture that person.
Could you imagine? This guy's
Dude,
9'6".
the size of the surfboard.
What is
would
he
have to have.
fucking Master Chief? ah. ah.
He's fucking,
Pull up the weight of Master Chief.
dude, Master Chief is a regular guy.
No, he's not. They have like titanium bones, bro. Bro, all the
Bro,
fucking
Henry ain't got titanium bones, bro. He's just regular 9'6".
9'6", lank.
Okay. Anyways, he falls off the board, and this board shoots out under his feet. Fucking 1,000 pounds. Master Chief is 1,000 pounds.
Hold on. His skin is ultimately white and consequently spending most of the time in his armor. Master Chief stands about 7 feet, 2.13 meters tall, and weighs 1,000 pounds in armor. Without armor, he stands at 6 feet 10 inches and weighs.
He's 6'10"?
He's 6'10", 287 pounds.
Bro, I'm not even joking. Played Halo growing up.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Me and you used to play during our childhood.
Yeah.
Thought he was a regular guy in a suit.
No. Well, they had
I didn't know he was 6'10".
Well, no. It's the reason.
Why isn't he playing for the Lakers?
Bro, could you imagine? LeBron passes to Master Chief.
Bro, you know at the end of Halo 4 when at the end of the campaign, if you played on Legendary, you see his eyes.
Yeah, his eyes.
It's fucking LeBron. It's fucking LeBron James. It all makes sense now. Oh my God, you play like Griff Ball or whatever it's called. He's just fucking slamming it.
Slamming. Just mucking guys.
Oh my God.
It's Master James.
Holy
Chief
shit.
James.
Oh.
Master Chief comes down for the dong.
He's fucking dunking, baby.
Dude, fucking, what was I going to say?
But wait, I gotta finish this story
yeah.
before. So fucking Hendy, being fucking 10'8" guy, 2,000 pounds, falls off this fucking surfboard and throws it, and it flies into my face. And like the tip of the surfboard hits, I think it's your orbital. It's like your orbital bone is like the shit around your eyeball, right?
Yeah.
It's like the corner right beside this eye, right beside my left eye, perfectly, just nails it.
What did that look like, dude? Like, was it like a quick like, kind of thing?
My eyes were closed because
The water
and shit.
So you just got,
I just got fucking
smoked.
and I'm like, oh, I just got rocked, and then obviously like, dude, the people at the hospital, they're like, did you get knocked out? I'm like, listen, knocked out, dude. I didn't get hit by a fucking baseball bat. Like, it was a foam surfboard, but granted, they're kind of heavy, like maybe 20 pounds.
Yeah, it's got some heft to it.
Yeah, right.
Like weight displacement.
But this fucking thing cut right beside my eyeball, and going back and think at the time, I was like, oh, it really wasn't that bad, right? Going back and thinking, if that was anywhere else on my face, Ian and I were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Broken nose, if it was like right over here, broken nose, knocked out teeth, 100%.
Yeah.
Right over, if it was like an inch over on my, not even an inch, like
if it was a centimeter over,
right in the eyeball, probably would have lost vision in my eye.
Yeah.
Because that thing fucking nailed me in the face.
Yeah.
But it's been a week.
It split like all the way over. Like it was like if you think about like a chick that does her makeup in that like little swoop.
I have a constant.
It was like that.
Yeah.
Straight up.
That's
so dude, now you're gonna have to rock the eyeshadow now.
Just on the left eye, I'm gonna have the fucking the wing or whatever the bitches call it.
Yeah, the wing.
I don't think it's called the wing.
It's the Cleopatra.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I fucking. But other than that, it was a good trip. Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
We drank a lot, had some mushies.
Yeah.
A little bit. Don't want to admit to that. Allegedly happened.
Dude, I had allegedly had them early in one of the days.
Yeah.
And nobody else was vibing on anything.
Well, it's a weird.
And then hold on. And then we were trying to find a place to we got our surf, so we were trying to find a place to eat dinner, and I'm crammed in the back of a fucking sweaty car with
you were on mushrooms then?
Yeah.
Dude, bro, you and I talk about this. Trey's always secretly fucked up, and we don't know. I'll just be like, hey man, you're kind of quiet. Oh, yeah, I took mushrooms about an hour and a half ago. I'm tripping real hard right now. It's like, what? Huh? Yeah, you got what? You know, Trey's fucked up. He's got one headphone in.
Yeah, I'm trying to chill the music. But dude, they had me in a fucking car with it was Mind you, like we went with other people like that I wouldn't like obviously like I'm friends with everybody there. Like everybody's cool, right? We're all chilling, broing down.
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna say like any of them are like I was super close with any of them, especially like before the trip.
Yeah.
So I got in a car with like Hendy, his girlfriend, and then another buddy I had just met, Moo, and his girlfriend.
Moo.
And Moo is like on like the other door.
Yeah.
His girlfriend's in the middle. Then it's just me, and I'm like I'm a big guy. I'm not trying to like squish this chick. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
like trying to be like respectful, kind of hold myself.
Yeah.
I'm like we're like driving. I'm like it's too confined in here. I'm like shit. Like I'm like
all of a sudden getting hella claustrophobic.
yeah, like not like I wasn't like like tweaking out. You know what I mean? I wasn't like fuck, but like
What's he looking up?
Chad is the ice witch.
Hey. Anyways, what were you saying? You were just getting hella claustrophobic?
Yeah, well, like a little bit. I was just kind of like, Jesus.
Why are you pulling that up?
Look at the top. Look at the search bar.
Like the light to my oh.
But so yeah, I'm like chilling there, and I'm like, oh fuck, like this is getting a little hairy here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like
Yeah.
I'm like crack the window, and it's like it was like cracked it. I was like, I can breathe.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, because I only took like a square of the chocolate or whatever, so I wasn't exactly like oh my god, I'm seeing the light. I was like kind of vibrating now.
Yeah,
like
you're just feeling a little wavy.
yeah, exactly. No, yeah, exactly, a little wavy. But
yeah.
fucking yeah, that was interesting. And then like as soon as we went to dinner, like we finally like we went back to the house and then we finally got into dinner. I was like not tripping, but like I was still feeling it. Sat down at the chair, gone. It's like well,
wow,
it's over.
Just made that car ride terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, it's like the last hour or like the last few hours has just been kind of poo, but everything else great.
Great. Yeah. But yeah, it was great, dude. The thing that I love about going like
I got a good
on
story.
the shores, I love like fresh fish and chips. I love fresh fish and chips,
Bro.
man. Ian and I got some fish and chips.
Yeah, I'm a little bit mad
that
you guys went without me.
Yeah,
I wanted that fucking fish and chips.
so
bro.
good, man. Granted, $28 for 2 pieces of fish. Yeah. So, dude, crazy invention, by the way. Don't know why anybody's ever thought of this before. We go to this fish and chips place. Ian, can you sauce me that? Thank you, sir. So we go to this fish and chips place, right? And
hold on. Ian, stick your hand. Come back over here.
stick the hand out.
Like look as if you're gonna hand it to him.
What?
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna see Ian's hand.
Ian's hand pass it over in the background. He starts just making
Dude,
like
we have to
puppets.
see. We have to see a limb on frame at some point.
You gotta see when
have
well,
to know-
Ian's been on the podcast before. He's been in frame before.
You
People
have.
know.
Yeah.
Last year's first
Dude.
episode.
Ian's only ever on the year special.
On the year specials, dude. It's fucking. We need him. We need him every single year. From now on, you're coming every single year. Yeah. But dude, yeah, the fish and chips. So this is what they did. You know how like when you have fish and chips, I think it's with fries, right?
Bro.
Unreal invention, but with
Bro,
fries.
okay, wait. Pause. Did you just ask if fish and chips were with fries? Like,
No, hear me out. With fish and chips, if it's for the fries or for the fish.
I thought you just had original Lay's.
Hey, I didn't get any chips with my fish. I don't
You
know.
guys- Why'd you guys? I didn't order French fries.
I
with
ordered Lay's chips with these fish, and I never
ordered
got it.
Miss Vicky's sea salt. Then
But bro, with fish and chips, like normally you have like vinegar, right?
Yeah.
That's for the fries too, right? The vinegar is that for fries or is it just for the fish? I know people.
no.
It's for fries, right?
It's not even for the. It's for the fries.
It's just for the fries.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But so normally when you get fish and chips, like at a normal place when you get fries, usually there's not vinegar, right? I mean, unless you ask for it.
I mean,
but when you go and get fish and chips, like there's always vinegar,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We go to this place and we're like, "Where's the vinegar?" And we look to the right and there's a spray bottle.
Bro, turns out, like you guys are like, oh, is that the vinegar? Turns out it was like the fucking Lysol for COVID shit.
We fucking spray on the fries. You're like, oh man, it tastes like shit. Just ruined this $28 piece of fish.
Hey, yeah, we put the spray on there.
Yeah, well, it was halibut. Okay, so we upgraded
nice
the fish.
slice of
right?
a halibut.
It was halibut. We upgraded that shit, right? You got to. And bro, we were spraying this. We were so mesmerized by this spray bottle. First of all, you know how there's like shit that's just satisfying.
Yeah.
This spray bottle, I don't know if it's the consistency of the vinegar or something, but this spray bottle was like a perfect, it was a perfect mist. So we were like holding up a fry and like misting individual fries and shit. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
Spray each other's face. We're fucking spraying the right in front of each other, misting each other with vinegar.
Dude, what a scene that must have looked like. Two absolute goons come in and start, so they're like, look at spray bottle. Ooh, spray fry. Ooh, ooh.
Bro, but this is the thing, like, we did put way too much vinegar on it, but because it's so fun.
Dude, see, I do think, though, that, like, the vinegar in the spray bottle is the play because, like,
you can't put too much.
Well, you can't put too much, but it's also it's decently like even, right? Like you're going. Psh,
yeah.
Like my dad will get like fish and chips like every once in a while if he has a craving, and then usually if he gets it from like brownies or whatever. Brownies. He'll get it from there, and then he has nice throw.
Thank you.
He has like a fuck ton of extra fries, but this guy like he'll take the vinegar. He'll fucking put it on, like in the classic vinegar bottle.
Yeah, like the one that comes out. Yeah. First of all,
but
terrible
hold
way
on.
to put vinegar on.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right?
Way too much vinegar.
Well, it's not way too much. You can get a good amount of vinegar on there. I'm not.
But it's not evenly dispersed.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'll have 3 fries that are more or less dry, except for like right at the tip. There's just like a sprinkle of vinegar, and then all of a sudden I get one fry. That's
it's that meme where it's like it disintegrates.
Yeah. It's straight up fucking. I'll have to put that in the edit.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's like one.
It's fucking covered in vinegar.
Bro, there's straight up one fry that's like just fucking more limp than fuck. I don't even know what to compare it to, but like just limp as shit. And
you're like, oh, this still looks dangerous.
Dude, like this bad boy looks like I could wring it out. Bring it out, pour vinegar back in the bottle. You take a bite and you're just, oh. Or I'm going to get a text. My parents can be like, can you shut the fuck up?
I'm just talking about your fucking misuse of the vinegar bottle.
And how it's just making me disintegrate.
Yeah, dude, so we were talking about this. What other condiments could be used in a spray bottle?
Dude, when we were at the house, you guys brought this up.
Yeah.
And somebody mentioned ketchup, and all of us were like, dude, just like you're like, oh wow, look at this spray bottle of ketchup. And just like a dripple comes out, like, come on, bro.
Just ruin the whole bottle.
Bro, they got the ketchup bottle perfected.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They like the ones we have now, the
Heinz
one.
Yeah.
But like even, dude, I'm gonna go on a whim here and be like, the classic
is the one where you tap it at the back.
Because no, it's not good at all though. It sucks.
But Heinz is too inconsistent at the first. Like some of them are too tight, and then you get way too much in the beginning.
See, that's you got like that's the one that's like it has like the one you're talking about has like the rubber gasket in the middle.
Yeah.
And like so that's why for me I like if I'm doing it on a burger, I'll do my fries, right? Like I have a play for this. I'll do my fries on the side with that kind.
Yeah.
Because like you squeeze it, and then like it goes out, and like you make your little pile,
then
then you get on the burger and then leave it, right?
That's fucking smart as
shit. It's the play.
Yeah.
But with like the one I have, it's like it doesn't have the rubber thing. You just kind of you shake it up, make sure you don't get any of that watery bullshit, and then you fucking just make a little dollop, right?
Yeah.
Or like the classic one at like a dog, like a fucking hot dog like stand. You just like it's like the red bottle with the little thing at the end. You don't have to squeeze
Well, I mean,
it.
the most ideal way to disperse ketchup is the big one with the pump, because that's the most.
Yeah, you get the most even.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're a science podcast. Dude,
I don't like the glass bottle though, because you hit it and all of a sudden 3/4 of the goddamn bottle's covered my fries, and now it's just like the
problem with the glass bottles. It seems like that ketchup's been in there for 30 years.
Well, yeah, and it seems I'm like, glad to know they dug out the ketchup from 1967.
It's like, why is it brown? Huh?
Dude,
it's fancy, right? Yeah. Yeah, good ketchup.
It's 100% like if you go to some place and they give you your your Coca-Cola in a glass bottle. You're like,
oh shit, yeah.
Oh, it's so much better.
It does taste better.
Of course,
in a glass
it's just
bottle.
like drinking a fucking beer in the glass bottle. Like, dude, if I have a fucking Sleeman's honey, bro, in a fucking can.
Yeah.
Poo. Have it in a bottle.
Dude,
Ooh.
have you seen like what the new thing is? It's a thing called liquid death. It's water in a can. Have you seen that?
Wait.
There's this it's called liquid death.
Well, like why? Like what?
So,
Yeah, we decided to put it in a can.
well, way better than plastic bottles, first of all.
Why do they call it liquid? It's a fucking water.
They make it look like a beer, yeah, liquid death.
Sparkling water.
But hear me out. You know how we were talking today how iced tea is you can just chug an iced tea in a can?
Dude, okay, I did that last night when I got the shakes. Like
Yeah.
me and Noah were on a shoot last night for fucking 10 years. And I like at the
We'll
end
talk
of it,
about that next because
Yeah.
that was fucking wild last night.
it was sick. But I all of a sudden like we're like finished, like about to wrap up, and I was like, oh my god, I need to eat something. Like
Yeah.
it just hit me, and I like ran over to the other side. There's like a little snack place on the, not like a snack place, but like these guys have like their own snacks. And I just pillaged their snack drawer. Got like 4 Oreos in me, bag of
Oh,
chips.
is that why you rummaged through that?
Yeah. I got like
Shit.
it was.
And
4,
you
it
grabbed
was,
an
like,
iced tea?
2 Oreos, a bag of chips, and then I grabbed an iced tea, and literally like it was like crack, gluk gluk gluk, done. Like
Done.
like I finished it in one fucking go.
Exactly. Now imagine if that was water. How much water you could chug through cans?
True.
Right. And
But-
cans are easily Spike TV commercial. Liquid death.
Dude,
Do you like water?
Ian?
You want to die? This looks like a can for like the new like 4 Loco. Liquid death.
liquid death?
But it's fucking water.
Dude, I love the logo. Like the skull looks
Yeah.
sick.
I
Ian,
remember when this
Ian,
shit.
Can you click on the white one? Is because like we're looking at the black can. The
That's
black
sparkling water. The black one's sparkling water.
The white one is just
flat.
it's just mountain water.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Dude, you rolling up with like a fucking 12-pack? Rolling up with a 12-pack of water? Dude, you got to start ripping that when you're the DD at a party.
100%.
Exactly, right? You got to roll up with that.
Because dude, if someone rolls up with a pack of Dasani, I'm kicking them out. Dasani,
The worst water.
You know, buddy, you're dishonoring yourself.
Dude, Dasani. Fucked
Sucks.
up. Fucked up.
Sucks.
Yo, I read some shit. You can look this up, actually. Does Dasani, because Dasani is owned by Coca-Cola and that whole parent company, whatever.
It's Coca-Cola. Like they
Coca-Cola is the
the
company?
parent company,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
they own fucking
So
everything.
Dasani water, I'm pretty sure they add salt in it to make you more thirsty to have more water.
That's fucked up.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Bro, okay, wait, hold on. What water do you fuck with? Like bottled water? What do you fuck with the most? Like what's your favorite bottled water?
Bottled water. Honestly, man, like
Also
I
add
don't
salt.
necessarily have a preference.
None of the common ingredients standard bottled water. For the most part, natural ingredients is alkalis, ionic salt that are good in your drink.
So they add
Wow,
water.
Interesting.
They do add water. Or sorry, they add salt.
Yeah.
But also, I'm pretty sure you need a little bit of sodium or a little bit of salt actually helps with your hydration.
Oh no, it does. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know if that's what they're doing,
I would
but
say so.
it also makes you thirsty for more water. And knowing Coca-Cola, I'm pretty sure they do some sneaky shit like that,
100%.
right?
So like,
Yeah, because dude, I remember I realized that shit because I looked on the back of a Dasani water bottle and it was like however many milligrams of sodium. I'm like, what? Isn't this fucking from like a mountain stream?
Yeah.
Someone's in there just fucking shaking out water.
Dasani, you're a bitch. You're canceled. God.
People are trying to cancel Dasani. Dude, the big companies in the world like Coca-Cola and especially like Disney and Google and all this stuff, they have so much power that it's actually fucked up. It's actually fucked up. Like the shit that Disney owns.
Hold on. We got a fruit fly.
We got a fruit fly in the distance. No way you caught that. There's no way you caught that. You're not fucking Captain America. You're not just going to grab that out of thin
I
air.
fucking caught it, motherfucker.
Jesus.
Oh, how did he survive? Motherfucker got away.
He got away. He's still here, hey? Wow. But yeah, man. No, it's like, what does Disney own? Can you read that? I have the light in my face. I can't read.
ABC, ESPN, 80% stake. Touchstone Pictures,
Disney
Marvel.
owns ESPN?
Yeah, dude. Marvel, Lucasfilm, A&E, 50% equity holding with Hearst Corporation. Not
Yeah.
like yeah. The History Channel, 50% equity with Hearst Corporation. Lifetime with the same people, 50%. Pixar, Hollywood Records, Vice Media, 10% stake, and Core Publishing. That's
Core
you know what
publishing.
that's called? That's called
Monopoly.
an empire. Yeah, no,
Monopoly.
quite literally, yeah.
But it's the same thing with Jeff
But-
Bezos, man.
Also, that's an old list because
Yeah.
they added a bunch of shit recently.
And
like-
I guarantee you that's not all the shit that they have. They definitely have a whole bunch of other stuff.
in terms
I
of
know for a fact that didn't Jeff Bezos, doesn't he own the New York Post or something like that? Like
Yep.
he owns a big
yeah, because they like made an article and it was saying how good of a
yeah. They can't say anything bad about him.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about you know how Jeff Bezos went to space
Yeah, for like 5 minutes.
for like 5 minutes or whatever? I don't think he actually went to space.
What are we fucking moon landing this shit now?
No, but no, not like he didn't actually go, but I don't think he actually went out of what is considered the space. What is considered space? Did he just go out of the stratosphere?
Well, like you have to exit all known atmosphere.
I think for you to
Earth.
actually go to space, bro, I gotta see this is like the Earth and this is like the moon. You gotta be here, bro. Like you can't just be like
Well,
chilling
no,
right here.
I don't
gotta
think
be, like,
I
here.
don't think that you can be I think once you're in orbit around the Earth,
Yeah.
that's when you're in space because you're out of the Earth's atmosphere, stratosphere, etc. Like you're no longer. I would say you're no longer in the realm of Earth. You know what I mean?
I feel like you gotta break Earth's orbit to be in space.
I think personally that you have to break a decaying orbit in
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
If you're in a proper orbit, then you're in space because
Yeah.
the moon is in a proper orbit, and that motherfucker is.
Well,
in
yeah.
space,
Well,
you know
yeah.
what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah. He
It
was only there for 5 minutes. It cost him like $10 million.
Dude, that's
didn't it?
so bitch.
And he made it back, and he made that money back while he was up there, probably. The edge of space. So I don't think he actually made
nah,
it.
he didn't go. He's a bitch.
Dude, Bezos, he wore a fucking cowboy hat too. That's kind of a bitch thing to do.
That is bitch. Oh, fuck cowboy.
Do you believe in the moon landing conspiracy?
No.
You think that they went to the moon?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Legitimately think.
I believe that they did go to the moon. People, what? No,
No, I don't
I
think
believe
it's
it.
fake.
I
I think
believe
it's
it
real.
happened, but I do understand, the.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I
dog.
understand the thought process of it, though. You know.
If the United States successfully pulled that faking off just to successfully reposition the goalposts for the space race and beat
Yeah.
the Soviet Union,
Yeah.
I mean, good on you, but it's just the same thing as cheating in a fucking game or whatever. It's you're bitch.
Yeah.
You're bitch.
Your bitch. I think it has been confirmed that some of the footage that they used was fake though, because I get deep into this shit when I get baked. Some of the footage that they released that was on the moon was fake, but
Yeah,
they did actually go to the moon. So it's it's weird.
I also
I also know. Do you know that Buzz Aldrin? Someone said that someone came up to him and were like, "Hey man, you didn't go to space," and he punched him in the face.
Yeah, I would too. If I'd been hearing this shit for
For
80,
so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd get fed up too, bro.
yeah, I'd beat ass. You kidding me?
Understandable.
If I'm Buzz Aldrin, fuck you mean I didn't go to space? Fuck you.
Has anyone fucked in space?
For
Can you look that
science?
up?
Look, yeah, pull that shit up.
Now be
Jamie-
careful. Be careful of the links you click here. I
Jamie,
don't want.
pull
I
it
don't
up.
want. Jamie, pull up that guy's balls. You got it, baby. He's loving life back there.
We need to get NASA says no humans have had sex in space
Well,
when
that's
they
a
went
lie.
to space to get
Okay, well,
What's
has
this-
someone jerked off?
Leon Davis even spent some time initially.
100% people have jerked
Hold
off.
on. Frog eggs. Okay. For NASA says no humans have had sex in space. When they went ... when they went to space together, Leon Davis spent some time artificially inseminating frog eggs for the greater good. So
So someone fucked some frogs up there.
So somebody got lucky on that trip, meaning the frogs fucked, or that they just had some frog nut kicking around and some frog eggs.
Never jerked off in space. Someone's definitely jerked off in space. There's no way that. Well, dude, it doesn't take that long to go to the moon.
Yo,
It takes
okay.
3 days to get to the moon. How long do people rip? What's the longest someone's ripped in space for?
It was
100 some days.
it was over a year.
Yeah.
It was something like not a year, but it was something like that.
Look it up. What's the longest that someone's been in
But
space
no,
for?
but
If it's
also-
over a year, there's no way that they'd never jerked off.
But
They
no,
would at
but
least
dude.
nut in their sleep.
Dude, but also some of these people that go up there,
Like straight nerds.
Yeah, they're just freaks, man. Like I mean that in the best way
Willpower.
possible. Like
Willpower.
legit
I got
freaks.
such low willpower to like not jerk off. Like, you know
That's
what I
what
mean?
I'm
Like I'll
saying.
just like 34? 84. That's the longest someone's went up for? Longest space mission.
No, that's definitely bullshit.
What about
dude.
that dude with the mustache?
Yeah, like the
Okay, space
ISS
mission.
guy, like the ISS guys.
Oh, and the ISS, they can stay up there forever. So, yeah, someone's definitely jerked off, man. You got to be careful where that nut goes, though, right? Because that should be up there forever, right?
I mean, well, that's what you bring, like a fucking space. You got to bring space Kleenex.
You're like in the bathroom. You're in the bathroom. Like, hey, I just got to go to the bathroom. You like go in the bathroom. Someone else goes in there. It's just fucking looks like a snow globe in there.
I was
It's just fucking, hey, man, were you jerking up? No.
no, man. Why would
There's
I
nut
do that?
floating everywhere.
Dude, you shoot one off. You shoot one off and it's like floating, and like you hear like fucking doors opening. Yeah, and you're like, oh no, someone's coming. Like your like chamber door opens. You're like, see like the blob floating.
You're like, what the fuck?
Dun-dun.
Dude, you're like, hey, guys, have you seen Trey in a minute? I haven't seen Trey. All of a sudden, you see nut floating around the corner.
Found him.
You know, I found Trey. He's over there. They're dodging like lasers. Don't go in my room.
Dude, okay, here's a legitimate thought though. Like, isn't like, are you so like we looked this up before? You're supposed to be able to shoot it out at like 40 clicks, right?
There's no way you shoot nuts out at 40
Bro,
kilometers
we
an hour.
literally looked it up. before.
We looked it up. Like how fast does semen shoot out?
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Maybe they can't jerk off because it's probably deadly. Dude, when that thing comes out, you're probably
Boom! You're shooting holes through the fucking
Dude, probably.
space station windows. You kill
No,
somebody.
bro, like you're probably blowing holes in the space station.
Yeah. It's a history after. It's the
Buddy.
podcast.
The amount of shit I look up. How fast an MPH does sperm travel? Yeah, this is the exact thing I clicked on.
Was this the exact same article?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Mike, 25 miles per
It
hour.
was like 40 clicks.
40 kilometers an hour. Now, Michael's got a speed gun. My friend's got a speed gun. I say we put this to the test.
Sure.
Medical news. This is, the
Dude.
medical news today. Okay, so that's legit, I guess, hey? It says medical in the name. It's got to be real. Let's go
Medical
up. There's
news
just
today.
something that says semen. We do need to figure this
If
one
it
out.
goes to,
We
it says 2 to 5 cubic meters, right? Or was it centimeters?
That's that, dude. There's no way the average person shoots 2.5 meters.
Wow.
A quarter teaspoon. This is why Ian's not on the mic right now. Quarter teaspoon. Definitely, a lot.
But like,
It depends.
hold up. No, hold up. But like,
But
you're saying that like the average.
but
Joe,
we're talking about space right now, right? If he was to nut in space at 40 kilometers an hour, I tested that. I tested it out if it's 40 kilometers an hour or not. But I jerk off a bunch of times a day.
That's
So
what I'm
like
saying.
my
If some-
PSI is like hella low. Those guys are fucking buckled up. They got the fucking like they're just stressed out. And you know, like a stress nut, those are crazy. Those could kill someone. Yeah, like yeah,
No, sure,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what we were talking about. Like the equal and opposite reaction. Like they nut and fucking fly backwards.
Nah, that's bullshit because it's not like
You'd have to be shooting a certain amount of mass that way, right?
not even that. It
Yeah.
would have to be like when you shoot a gun, right?
Yeah.
The gun's not like maneuvering like with a series of like if it was a rail gun kind of thing where you like spin it up and
Yeah.
shoot it out like that, that like they would use those in space because there's no like explosion with like force separating the two things.
Yeah,
It's literally spinning it out and then it like
Shoot.
a magnet lets go and it sends it, right?
Is that
So-
how a railgun works?
Yeah, it's magnets. They spin it up to like
M1 times V ton.
That-
M1 times V1 equals V2 times V2. Yeah. So how does that add up to common space?
Ian's
railguns?
giving Ian's saying
Oh, the cum. Oh. Oh. So semen wouldn't shoot you. Cum would not shoot you backwards.
but also just
Yeah. Yeah.
but
if it's
also
going out at
Ian
40
what
clicks,
I'm saying though, right, is like the way it comes out of you like it's muscle movement, right? That primes it up and releases it.
Yeah.
It's not like
primes it up.
well, just hear me
Yeah.
out. Hear me out. I'm trying to be scientific.
I know what you mean.
If like when a gun, like you have like the end of the bullet, the primer of the bullet, right, with the fucking gunpowder in it. The bar comes back and hits the bullet. That causes a chain reaction of the explosion that sends the bullet out of the casing. The casing, the force of the bullet leaving the casing sends the rod back, like the fucking what's it called? I forget what the thing is actually called, but it sends the rod back.
The pin, the
pin,
hammer pin.
Sends that back, and the casing shoots out because of that force, and the bullet travels forward.
Yeah.
But like when you're like same thing with a railgun, it's spinning up. Obviously, there's going to be some amount of kick, but like it's not an explosion.
Can you pass me another beer, please?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
But I just thought that you guys know the actual physics equation.
The physics
Yeah.
equation, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that would make sense.
It's like the most basic physics equation ever. Mass 1 times velocity 1
Yeah.
equal to mass.
See, bro,
Thank you so much. Bro.
you say that straight over my head.
Yeah.
Straight
Makes no
over my
sense.
head.
I mean, like I pretend like I know what you're talking about.
Picture two, like, you might have to repeat this in the pod.
Yeah, yeah.
Understand it, but picture two pool balls going to hit each other.
Yeah.
Pool balls.
The mass of the pool ball times the velocity of the pool ball hits the other pool ball. That pool ball has a mass times its velocity, which is 0 because it's never still.
Okay.
So that pool ball will move at a velocity of that mass times velocity.
Yeah, I'm lost. I'm so lost.
I
Hey, so lost. I know what you're trying to explain.
Ian,
Don't
Ian,
write it
there's-
out.
Yeah, Ian. Don't write it out because yeah.
It makes sense once you get it.
So, but my question is, like, it all depends about the speed that your semen travels. Now, I want to know the test subject that they used that shot it out at 25 miles per hour. That's what I want to know.
Okay, hold on. How did we even get on this subject?
We were talking about space
Yeah, but even
because
before
Jeff
that-
Bezos
didn't
didn't go to
yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Bro,
even
but Jeff
before
Bezos,
that, how did we
legit.
get on this?
Does Jeff Bezos have... Okay, hear me out. Who do you think has more power?
Hear me out, babe.
Hear me out, babe. Who do you think has more power? Disney or Jeff Bezos? I feel like Disney more so has an entire monopoly on the entertainment side of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Bezos is like, dude, the amount of people that rely on Amazon.
Are you talking about a specific person? Because I'm going Jeff Bezos, but like in terms of just like
who the fuck is in charge of Disney?
Ian, don't worry about writing it out.
You know what I gotta worry about
Don't
it, dog.
write it out.
No, it's for me.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna come up with the calculation and tell us whether or not you'd shoot backwards if you're not in space. That's what he's doing.
This is just for me. I'm trying to figure out if we can ejaculate backwards.
Okay, like a little jetpack. Okay, so Bezos, if we're talking like single person power in the world, yes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just as far as like if he's got the shit that he's in charge of and the shit that he owns is like fucking Ian's doing equations back there. The shit that he's in charge of is a lot more, it's essential shit. Like I wouldn't say Disney Channel and Marvel is it's just that's entertainment for the most
it's
part.
it's got to that point where our essentials are like, I mean, unless you're one of the unfortunate people that don't have their essentials covered, i.e., housing, food, etc. In the Western world, I would say the grand majority of people, due to capitalism, etc., as much as people want to hate on capitalism, most people have their essentials covered.
Yeah.
That's when we start to get into that conversation of like people not feeling fulfilled. It's because, like, for me, like, I mean, I hear all the time about these stories about how my parents had to they were poor when they were growing up and they had to struggle and all this other shit, and you go hungry sometimes, blah, blah, blah. But then I'm like, okay, well.
But now our generation, for the most part, in our culture, in our, like, the society that we live in, our essentials are mostly filled.
Mostly filled. And all of a
we
sudden,
never
like,
have to
that's when.
find that struggle.
Oh, God, sorry. I didn't mean to burp. Me and you are going into a fucking industry that's, like, built off the fact that our essentials are covered.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a flying fuck about it, like, media if you're starving.
Yeah.
Or if you have no house.
Yeah.
Because you can't consume that media.
Yeah.
It's the times when, oh, well, all of my essentials are covered, dinner is made, I'm home from work, all this other stuff.
Then I'll
Well,
watch
now
a movie.
I can watch my show. I can watch my movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's, gets into that. Bro, I want to go back to Tofino real quick because I have a funny story.
Yeah.
also pissed me off that I'm gonna hopefully fix tonight after we're done.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, so we were in Tofino. You were talking about how day one you and Ian went surfing.
Hey, you mind jumping in the podcast for a second? I just gotta go pee. You want to just switch spots with me real quick?
By the way, guys, I'd like. Wait 1 sec. Let me hop in.
I got. Sorry, it's an emergency pee.
You guys are getting the direct view of Ian's luscious cheeks right now. This guy's caked up. For the boys who don't know, Ian's caked up. Oh, sorry, Ian's just getting. Okay, so story. We're in Tofino. You and welcome, by the way.
Thank you.
Welcome. This is Ian, everybody.
It's great to be here. You know, I was on the back end working at it. I'd like everyone to know that I just did the math, and your sperm cannot shoot
pull the mic towards you.
your sperm cannot shoot you backwards if you're in space.
Good to know. Good to know.
In case you're wondering, unless you have a really heavy load.
Like it's like a really sensitive thing, so you gotta like keep it like in front of your mouth. You can tilt it down a little bit. Also,
you got it.
slump down a little bit.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
But yeah, you need probably like roughly 7 times the average load to be able to shoot you backwards.
Wow.
So
7 times.
So like maybe if you did JO for like 2 years, you can get it, but
Even then, you'd have like wet dreams and shit. So there's no way you could get that fucking load going.
you know what? Maybe one day we can get there, but
Hell
at
yeah.
the time we just don't have the technology. But continue telling your story, Trey.
Yeah. Slump down a little bit just so you're not cutting off in frame. Okay, so we're in Tofino, and you and Noah you were surfing at this point. I think like everybody, I don't know what everybody else is doing, but I decided I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go on a little adventure on my lonesome.
Yeah,
And
you left us.
yeah, I just kind of, I was like, oh, I'm just going to go on a hike. I just kind of dipped.
You did get some sick drone pictures, though.
So that's what we're getting to. So I'm like, I go find this like trail, and I'm just kind of like adventuring around, doing my thing. And I'm like walking down this trail, and like there's like this spot that's like view spot. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I gotta go find this view spot, obviously, because that'd be sick, right? Get some sick pictures, whatever. Go up, like I'm like climbing up like this trail. It's a pretty easy trail. It wasn't anything bad. I like find this one spot. There's a bunch of trees in the way, but like it's like overviewing like the ocean, like the islands in the background, and like a really nice beach. So I was like, oh fuck yeah, this is sick. This must be the view spot. Shame that there's all these trees in front, right? So I sit down, I'm like chilling, I get out a Jimbo, I'm like enjoying myself, I'm like hell yeah. And then I'm like, okay, like sit there for probably like a half an hour, and I'm like, okay, time to go. I walk down 10 feet, and I find another spot, and I'm like, man, this is way better. Way better. There's still trees there, but it's like a lot more open and shit. I'm like, damn. All right, well, no use fretting over it. I already enjoyed myself. Walk another 25 feet, and then I find the view spot. It's like, man, it was like this actual like, they had like a, like you could walk out onto this like wooden platform, and it was like total like basically like a 240-degree view. I'd say not 360, but like you have like a whole view of like these 2 beaches that were like super secluded, like open ocean. Fucking, you also had like islands in the background and shit. It was crazy. So anyway, there's another chick there like flying her drone. Actually, it was kind of cool. I didn't say anything to her. I don't know why. Probably because I was high. But oh yeah. So anyway, so I'm like flying I like put my drone up. I'm like taking pictures, put my drone up. I'm like flying it around, get some nuts video. Like I was flying it for like 10-15 minutes. Like I was actually going for like a while, and I like start bringing it back in, and it's like it's floating like where I am now. Like it's floating like 3 feet up and like 2 feet away from me. Like it's pretty close to me. There's like some branches and stuff obviously like above it, because there's like I'm in a forest basically, but like on the edge of one. And then below it's like the platform we're gonna land on. It's a super secure platform. Everything's good. I'm like, okay, cool. So normally, also I've been informed that I was doing this not wrong, but like there's another way to do it easier. So normally what I do is I just got this drone. It's like just less than a month old. Normally I'll like click, there's like a little landing icon on my phone, because like you put your phone on it. I'll click that and then hold the landing thing, and it just starts a little landing thing and starts lowering it. There's also a button on the big ass remote controller that's like landing/home. I've never used it before. Don't know why I thought to try it in this thing. But I click the button and it's like hovering there and it's like beep 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 beep. There's like the landing noise, at least what I'm used to. So I'm like, fuck yeah, we're landing, we're good. And it just hovers there for like 5 seconds and it's going on like 10 seconds. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden it just says returning to home and launches into the tree above it. And I was like my face is I'm like,
I told you that. I was like, dude, I wish I could have saw your face when it just started ripping upwards.
I wasn't absolutely like cooked. I wouldn't have been flying if I was like fucked up. You know what I mean? I was like tiny bit high. But anyway, I'm like sitting there and it's all of a sudden it's just like, returning home and I'm just like before I can even react, it shoots up and I was like, what the fuck? Like it hits all these branches and then just starts tumbling to the ground. Now, I'm a very quick reactioning person. I can if someone throws a fucking ball at me or whatever, I'm going to catch it. You know what I mean? I'm going to fucking
know that. Yeah, you're a very athletic kid.
Yeah, thank you. So for whatever fucking reason, I do not know, I just decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to stand here and watch this thing fall. It hits the wood platform and gives a little bounce. And I was like, God, oh, fuck me. It's broken. It's never going to fly again. God damn it, whatever. So I, grab it, and I'm like, shit. And I, quickly, put it back in the air. I get it flying again. It's, floating. I, do, some checks just to make sure everything looks good. Looks fine. I'm like, okay, cool. Then I landed again, and I look at it, and I'm like, fuck, the gimbal looks like it's, sagging. So I, look at it. Long story short, the gimbal's fucked. I snapped it.
Explain what a gimbal is, because not many people might not know what that is.
So thank you. So basically, the drone has its main body, and then at the front it has a camera.
Okay.
The camera is free floating, so it's not free floating. It's attached to the drone, but rather than being on the front of the drone where you can only see what the drone sees dead on, you're able to control the camera individually. So it could the camera can pan down, kind of do its thing, but in order to have it so it's not shaky as fuck in the wind, they have little small motors and stuff on an arm that can help keep it steady and control it and give it nice movement and stuff like that, so it's smooth. But
so that's what's referred to as a gimbal.
Yeah, gimbal is
cool.
Something that keeps the camera smooth and shit. So fucking that broke. So I was just I wasn't even really pissed off. I was kind of well, that's kind of what I guess it had to happen at some point, right? So whatever. But the worst part was, I was it's all good. I got insurance. We're gonna just claim it on the insurance or whatever.
Yep.
I'll be good. Get back to the house, start looking into it. I bought the insurance. It never activated. So
Well, shit.
yeah. I'm SOL on that one. I have a bunch of stuff to fix it. I'm gonna start fixing it.
You know what? You're not the only person that took L that day because you were having that adventure. Me and Noah were at the beach in Tofino, and we took a nice long walk, a nice stroll down the beach.
Wait,
and
Mike, down again, Ian.
it was quite the experience. We just were walking down a beach, our wetsuits on, looking like surfers, exploring.
Chads.
Yeah, just a couple chads. And I was walking, and I saw 90 degrees to my right, topless lady, tanning. Oh, solid 8. Good looking girl, nice perky. So me and Noah were walking, and I'm like, Noah, to your right, no, look. And he's like, okay, wait, I gotta play it cool. So we walk a bit further. He looks to his right, can't see him. And I'm like, okay, they're right behind us. We can't turn around right now because it would look sus as fuck. And he's like, okay, do you know what, Ian? We'll go to the bathroom. There's just this kind of stall up the way a little bit. So he's like, we'll go to the bathroom and then we'll come back and, take a look. So we go to the bathroom and we come back and the ladies are gone. Wow. And I've never seen anybody so heartbroken. Noah fell to his knees, pounded his fist to the sand, and cursed God as to why he hates him. He literally, no,
dude, there's
why me?
There's an art though to to like say you guys seem to have had it down though. Like you guys were like, hey, let's play it cool. Let's not get like.
Well, dude, we can't
too
walk
hectic.
past them 10 yards later, turn around,
Walk
and
by him
walk
again.
Just keep doing 10-yard struts past these ladies.
But no, but like it is right. Like you're right though. Like you gotta play it cool, right? It's like seeing a fucking like a deer in the wild. Right? You're like, oh look at that, it's a deer. Oh. Keep quiet. You don't want to get like you don't want to spook it, right?
I would more.
And then all of a sudden, some guy comes up. Hey, look at some tits! And then you scared him off. That joke was by Mark Norman. I totally stole it.
I would honestly compare it more to like a pack of wild lionesses, because she was with a group of them. So if we would have gotten.
So this one chick was just like freewheeling, freewheeling,
and the others weren't, and you know,
wow,
you got
free spirited. I want to dude. You guys should have gotten names. But at the same time, how do you approach that situation?
I'm gonna
right?
jump out. Noah's gonna jump in.
Thank you for coming on the podcast, Ian. It's been great. That was Ian McDonald, everybody. We love him.
Thanks for joining. I'm back, dude. That day, like, I'm very mad I didn't see tits in the wild because I haven't seen tits in the wild since I was like a young boy, right? Now,
well, I mean, you could just drive down Low Heat Highway or like the bypass every morning at like 7:30 and see Linda Meyer's tits whenever you want.
She's still there,
buddy. As far as I know, she's kind of a bridge legend.
Yeah. So there's this lady, for people who don't know who this lady is. There's this famous lady in our city who
she's known for just having her tits out.
No, she's just walking around with her tits out. It's kind of wild, but like everyone's just like cool with it. But they're not even nice tits. That's the problem.
Well, no,
if she had like nice double D, like she just got them done, like they were like beautiful, I would understand you flaunting them, lady. Or if they're like big naturals.
I'm gonna go on the board here and just say that I'm not a fan of fake tits. But,
yeah, no, I know.
But well, the pod doesn't know. But you know.
I know. Yeah.
I'm not a fan. Like if they're like, hear me out. If it's like tasteful, hear me out, babe. If they're like tasteful, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Anything fake, like I don't know. What's the point in getting a bunch of like fake stuff for like fake lips, fake nose, jaw? You know?
It's because of the Kardashians. They literally started moving. Have you not noticed that a lot of chicks, like when they get a lot of work done, they go for that? Like they look like Kim Kardashian. It's weird.
Because all of them look the same,
Yeah,
and I'm
like there's like that specific type of plastic surgery that they get where they have their nose and their lips done like that.
Yeah, and but dude, I'm like, why?
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Why?
They all try to look like her, but it's because like that is she became so famous for that look, right?
No, but people were doing it before that too. But my point being, like, chicks will say like, oh, I'm allowed to fucking get lip filler or whatever.
By the way, those 2 beers are for you, right? So if you want to go ham,
you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, why not just look like you?
Yeah, yeah.
Why do you want to look like somebody else?
Yeah,
like I get not everybody's born with fucking natural looks. Prime example.
Yeah.
But like
you gotta own it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going out and changing the way I look because I don't want to look like anybody else. I want to look like me.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point.
There was something I was gonna say about the trip when we were in Tofino.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like
what the fuck?
Is that what she looked like before? Kim Kardashian looks like that, eh?
I feel like the pigment of her skin could change over time. That's
the funniest transformation of like before and after is
Kylie is
crazy,
ridiculous.
But you're also showing photos before and after puberty for a lot of these girls. Like,
bro, click on Bruce. Click on Bruce.
Let's see before. That's the most wild transformation, right? That's the most wild transformation.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Love to see it. Bro.
I just love like going through like you seen like Kourtney Kardashian or whatever the fuck their names are. Kendall. Is Kourtney one of them?
Yeah. Kourtney, Kendall, Kylie,
Chloe.
Sorry, what was the first name? You already said Chloe.
Kourtney.
Oh fuck yeah. I forget that there's Kourtney, Chloe, Kim.
I keep burping to the mic. I'm so sorry.
But yeah. There was something I thought of when I was over there, but now it's completely blank my mind.
I don't know. I just don't like if I look like this is just my personal thing. Like looking at somebody and just knowing that like just looking at them being like, oh, your lips are fake.
Oh yeah.
Tits are fake. Like everything's fake.
I remember what I was gonna say. So when Ian and we went on that walk that we explained, right? Ian knows exactly what I'm gonna talk about right now, right? You know what I'm talking about, watermelon guy. So we see this guy, Trey. This is the funniest shit I've seen in the wild. Like the funniest shit. This guy was on. He had a lawn chair on the beach. Like this guy's by himself, set up on a lawn chair, reclined across like this,
like chilling.
Right? Yeah, he's reclined. Reclined in the lawn chair, but across like the armrests. Right, his butt was like in the middle, and his head was like on one of the things. And his legs were the other side, and he was dead asleep. Right, and beside him, he had a table with a cutting board, and like a quarter of a watermelon left, with a bag with just watermelon rinds. Like
he's just been ripping.
He was ripping watermelons, and the amount of rinds that were in the bag. It was a clear plastic bag. Like I'm not even over exaggerating. He probably crushed 2 watermelons.
Is that what they're actually like called? Like watermelon rinds?
I believe so. Are they?
Because you don't call it like it's not the watermelon. It's not like the peel.
It's not the
like
peel.
The shell.
Yeah,
but it's also
I think it's a rind,
shell.
right? Ian, is it called a watermelon rind?
Pork rinds.
Look it up. But yeah, what's the end of a watermelon called? Like when you cut it. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen. It was a fun trip, man.
Please, for the love of God, take off.
Kourtney Kardashian.
No, not Kourtney Kardashian. Take off the fucking
caps lock.
Yeah. Yeah, watermelon rind is the top. Yeah, wow, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
dude, that's a
many.
Cursed image. Look at that, dude. They perfectly peeled the watermelon. It's cursed.
Yeah. But another thing that actually happened that was like this is a big thing that I did want to talk about on the pod today that happened while we were gone last weekend is the whole battle situation that's going on with because Drake dropped his album while we were gone.
Oh yeah.
Finally, he dropped like the Certified Lover Boy album.
Shit.
Not gonna lie, don't really like it.
Shit.
Don't know how I feel about the album cover.
Dude.
You know who the guy who made that is?
Who?
Ian. What's the guy who made Drake's album cover? Take off cap locks, please. Album cover. Damien Hirst.
I'm happy with
so
it with an I, not a U.
Yeah.
I don't want to be associated with that guy.
The Certified Lover Boy album. It's just if people you have not seen it somehow, it's a bunch of like the pregnant iPhone emojis, like the pregnant lady emojis. And that's all it is. And I know for a fact Drake probably paid that guy like $2 million to make that.
Probably.
So this guy Damien Hirst, I watched like a video on him. He's pretty much like a scam artist. So he's like an artist, but he makes like super simplified art pieces, but he doesn't even make them. He hires people to make them, and he just straps his name on them. Like, I doubt he didn't even make that shit. Well, we know he didn't make that shit because he just took a bunch of emojis.
Yeah.
But a part of it is also we're talking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's definitely like it's artistic vision, but he's got a genius behind him, because if it was some sick album cover, like let's say like the original Donda album cover, that was like that artistic piece that looked like that lady.
Yeah.
Right?
Also that pissed me off too, man.
8 rings? I'm not sure. But it's one of those things where it's so stupid that we talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he had an original album cover, like the CLB, like that logo that you see everywhere. That's how everyone thought it was going to be. And that's what some of the branding is about, is that CLB. But the actual album cover is this stupid shit. With the rings. Best Drake album cover with the rings. I don't even know.
I'm not sure.
I don't even know Drake album covers. Oh. If you're reading this, is too
late. I think that was for that was like a thing for the 6.
I also like this one.
That one's sick. Yeah, that's the one with Future, I think. Yeah. But it's weird, man. Like, do you remember when Pop Smoke his, what's it called? How do you pronounce it? Like when a person's
posthumous.
Posthumous. His posthumous album that was going to come out after he died, Reach for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, or whatever it's called.
I want to talk about that real quick too.
Yeah. About like posthumous albums. Yeah, we could talk about that. But so that album, when it came out, it originally had an album cover that was designed by this one guy, and he released it, and it was quite possibly the worst album cover I've ever seen. It was so bad, man. Like, yo, pull up the original Pop Smoke. Take Caps Lock off, please. Thank you. The original Pop Smoke album cover. It was so bad that it had so much backlash online that they changed it.
What was it called? Like-
It's called the Reach for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. But he'll find it. It's that one. That top left one. I think. No. It's not that one. See the one with the rose? That's what they changed it to.
Look up Reach for the Stars, Ian.
Yeah. Just look up.
No,
Reach.
no.
No. Delete something. No, it's just like a. You'll find it. You'll find it. But yeah, man, it was so bad that it got so much backlash that. No, that one is kind of stupid as well. Just look up. He doesn't have that many.
That looks like
album
early 2000s.
covers. Yeah. Reach
Stars-
for the Stars album cover.
Oh yeah, original
Album cover. It was like the worst Photoshop thing I've ever seen. It's terrible. It's got to be that one on the left. I think it was that, but I remember it being much worse.
Regardless of what it was, we can.
Regardless
we
of
can
what it was, yeah.
Photoshop.
Well,
it.
I'll put it up.
Here, hold on.
But,
I'll check it on my phone.
The thought process on posthumous albums.
Dude, okay, like here's the difference, right? Like if you're like when I know we just kind of passed the anniversary of when Mac Miller passed.
Yeah.
3
years.
Yeah, 3 years.
Fast 3 years.
Rest in peace, my man.
Just watch the cables. Are you going to the bathroom?
Guy's limber, I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's fucking going through the cables
So-
like it's a. Just
so
go upstairs, Ian.
Go
upstairs, go
I
upstairs.
don't want you going outside.
He's peeing outside.
Guy's gonna fucking piss in my
Homeless man.
backyard.
God damn it. So yeah, we just passed the 3-year mark of Mac Miller's death.
Yeah.
And
So
he,
when he passed away,
yeah,
he had like just released swimming.
Swimming. What he released, Swimming. I remember he released it the same day that Travis Scott released Astroworld, which I believe is in 2018.
Yeah.
So he just released it, and then I think 8 months later, 6 months later, something, he passed away.
It was close.
But
yeah.
he apparently was almost done this Circles album, which was his next one coming out.
It was like 90-some% done.
90-some% done, and it was just his producer that worked on the album with him, knew his vision for the project.
Exactly.
Who finished it.
Yeah.
Which in that case scenario where he had the plan to release that in that track list order, because it was a full thing where the actual album was a full circle. Like I watched a video where it was like the start of the album was a specific note, and the end of the album he goes through and explains all this shit. The whole thing at the end of the album, the last note didn't complete. Like in music, there's notes where it doesn't sound good to the ear because you need a completion of that note.
Yeah.
It's on like an off.
So essentially, if you listen,
tone.
if you put it on full repeat, and you listen to the end song, it flows into the first song. It's exactly like Not a Gone Infinity.
Right, exactly, right?
Yeah.
And my problem with these posthumous albums of like people like Pop Smoke and these other guys like maybe
X.
Juice WRLD and especially X, man, because X had such an incredible discography before he died. Were the one people. If I died, if I was like a famous music artist and I had all this stuff and I died and someone released a shitty album after I died, that kind of ruined that legacy in a bit where someone could go back and be like, oh, this person, they died, and then you go back and listen to their latest album and it's shit. But that's not what you wanted.
I would honestly put out a thing like unless I specifically dictated otherwise based on like if it was like a project that I was like, hey, regardless of what, like I don't want anybody else touching this, but whatever state it's in, put it out.
Yeah.
Because I just want people to see what the last thing I was working on was.
Yeah. Cool,
whatever. But like, if it ain't done, don't fucking put it out, man.
No.
Because especially at that point, that person's dead, and it's more often than not, unless it was like some very deep like thing that they wanted to put out, you're just using it to get money.
Yeah.
And that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's really fucked up.
Because it's kind of known that and I don't know if this is 100% true or not, but X's mom kind of used. I don't want to say shit that I don't really know the full facts.
I've heard this as well, though. Like she fucking.
It seems like she kind of milked shit. Like she sold the car that he got shot in.
Mm-hmm.
But
like It wasn't like she just sold it to get rid of the car. She sold it to a dealership to get
to get a lot of money for
she
it.
auctioned it off, marketed as the car that XXX got shot in.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
But it's the same sort of
man.
thing that's going on. Like, did you see the other day the BMW that Tupac got shot in sold for $2 million?
And was it
the-
based on that though? Like, was
Yes.
it like, yeah?
The only reason it's not a $2 million car. The only
No.
reason why they sold it for $2 million is because he got shot in
Tupac,
it.
exactly.
But also, is that different?
No, I think that's the same fucking bullshit.
But it's also been how long's it been since he? Is it fucked up?
no, I think
How
it's
long's
just
it been since he?
It's been like 20 years or whatever. However, like it's been more than 20 years.
It's
He
been
was
like
in,
20.
the 90s.
It's been like 25 years since he died, and
I would say that's the same bullshit. It's somebody
it's the same sort of thing.
somebody
right?
trying to get a buck off somebody else's death.
Yeah, is yours fucked up? Mine's
No,
fine.
but
Mine's
it's
good.
just the
yeah,
ear,
it's
the
the thing.
feedback.
But yeah, man, it's just like it's sad. Like even like there's an artist Anderson .Paak. He got tattooed on his forearm like a month and a half ago. He got something. It was like this big sort of paragraph on his arm that said, "If I die unexpectedly, do not release any of my music because it is not how I wanted it. Those were demos and is not how I want it to be released to the public." He has like something that he got tattooed on his arm. Can you pull up what it is? Anderson
Yeah, so
Paak's
this
tattoo?
this was the
Anderson
cover, no?
.Paak. Anderson P-A-A-C.
P-A-K.
Sorry, P-A-K. Tattoo. You'll find it.
Tattoo.
Tattoo. The one on his form. Can you read that?
When I'm gone, please don't release any posthumous albums or songs with my name attached. Most were just demos and never intended to be heard by the public.
Yeah. So I pretty much banged that on.
Yeah. Here's that Pop Smoke album cover that they changed.
Yeah.
Like it was
It is kind of poo, is it not?
very poo.
What? Yeah. Hmm. Well, I think a band is a different
A band's
band is a
much
different
different,
situation than
much different.
yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Repeat that last part. Yeah. 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 How do you know when it's done? Well, it's a lot different in a band situation like that than you know if you're working on a song, you know when it's done. There's some shit that you yeah, it's like see the thing is like people like that, like the big like I have no idea what their thought process is for writing music. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
When it's a group of like 5 people.
Well, it depends, right? Because more often than not, like a band has 5 people in it, or like however many, but it's one person that's like the brainchild behind everything.
Yeah, yeah.
With additions from everybody.
With additions from everybody, yeah. So are they like, okay, this is done? But I'm pretty sure it gets to a point where you hear it, and like, say you hear like The Chain from Fleetwood Mac, and you would hear that, and you be, this is complete. You know what I mean? Like you hear it how it was released. That's a complete song. Before the stages of that, maybe it was missing something in the middle. Maybe it was like the bridge was off, or like the chorus was not how they wanted it, and then you can tell like when a band is that they're all like in sync with each other and they know
that tight.
And this is just a complete guess, you know what I mean? Like that's what like the 70s, like everything's yeah. The old albums, man, it's crazy, especially how they used to mix those old albums.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and sometimes though, like what's it called? Smashing Pumpkins, their album, what's it called? Melancholy of Infinite Sadness, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
They was a whole band, and the main guy, I forget his name at the moment, but he told the band, okay, we're gonna record this album. He was like the brainchild behind everything, but the band had a lot of input into their own specific instruments.
Mm-hmm.
So they all went, and he told them, yeah, record your instruments, whatever. They finished all the album, left the studio, and he himself went back and recorded over everything himself. Mixed it all, released the album, and they were like, "What the fuck? This isn't what we did."
Really?
Yeah, so
And
it
he just
caused like
put his
it
own
would
shit.
caused like a big fucking start.
Yeah.
But that album's arguably their best album of
Yeah.
all like ever. It's a fucking
But the argument that
crazy
we're
good
making
album.
right now is everyone in that band would have an input as to when something is done. If
I think his name was Billy Corgan.
if fucking half of Fleetwood Mac died in a motorcycle accident,
That's a big motorcycle.
a big motorcycle, let's see, one was in a motorcycle and one was in a tandem on the motorcycle, and they crashed and died, right? And like they wouldn't have input whether or not it's done. It wouldn't. Then you shouldn't be able to. If something was half done, like that's like our argument with a Mac Miller Circles being released, where it was 90% done, and then his producer was the one who completed the album. Was like, okay, this is the vision that he wanted, or at least that we talked about for however many months when we were creating this album. I believe that this is the vision that he wanted it to be. Then again, it's so hard to say, man. It's so hard to say. I just think if a person passes, unless their album's 100% done before they're dead, don't release it. That's what I think. Because there's so many songs that they, yeah.
Sorry, I was just gonna say I wanted to correct myself. It was Siamese Dream that he did that on, not the other one.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
sorry. Continue with your point.
No, it's just I just think that it shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah,
I think
no,
especially because they released 2 Pop Smoke albums after he died.
Yep.
They had the one, he died, and because of his death, he pretty much blew up.
Yeah.
Right. It was one of those things.
But
So
again,
then the one that he released after that, which was pretty much done before he died, right?
yeah,
Super successful album, blew him up even more, obviously. And then they released another one like a couple months ago, still running off that hype of the first one, and it wasn't as good, and it kind of ruined his name. It didn't ruin his name, but it diminished his discography.
yeah, it did. Because
Right?
all of a sudden you're good. Now his last album, as far as people know, is kind of shit.
Yeah.
So now instead of going on this high note, like I think, okay, yeah, that second to last album.
Yeah.
If you want to go out on that one, seems similar to Mac Miller, where it was
Yeah.
like 90% done. They had the whole thing ready to go.
They
Okay,
had it
sure,
laid out how they
that's
wanted
fine.
it, yeah.
But if you go out on that fucking shitty note when
Yeah.
that person never intended that for that to be the case,
Yeah.
like that's just a cash grab.
But then there's thought processes of people like Juice WRLD who died, apparently he has like 1,000 songs in the vault that he's never released.
Yeah, but they weren't intended to be released.
They weren't intended to be released, but I guarantee you they're going to be releasing them. And then it goes, and then
I don't
Mac
like that.
Miller.
I still
I don't
like
know
that.
because he doesn't have the input on the full song.
Exactly. I don't like it. What you're using a dead guy's fucking. No,
Like,
no,
really,
I don't
yeah.
like that.
I don't know.
like that at
I
all.
don't think so.
I don't like that at all.
I think
'cause
it should just
they
be.
did that with they released like an X song. Is similar to kind of what you're saying. You know, they really he's basically Ian saying is like they have a good a good fucking verse or a good part of a song that could be mixed into a better overall song.
Yeah.
Would you use that? I would say no because the person didn't give you permission to use that.
Yeah.
Similar after X died, fucking. Whatever you think about the guy, I don't really care because I know there's like politics with him. But
Yeah.
that they released a song under X's name that he had like one small part on, and the rest of the song was somebody else. It's like you wanted to release one verse from this guy because it was good. No,
no.
that's so ass.
Yeah.
Like that's so ass.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like think about if these guys it'd be like for me, I don't know, I'm not into I don't make music. I'm fucking into photography and stuff. If I had released a shitload of photography, right, like over the course of my lifetime, and then one day I pass away, and then all of a sudden people are like, oh, look at all these other photos he had. It's like, okay, sure, you can share those photos, I suppose, like you can view them or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't put them into a book and then sell the book
Yeah.
with my name on it because.
What people don't understand with like music,
I don't want them to make money off that book.
it's different. But the thing that people don't understand about music is artists, they make so many songs.
That's
and
what
they
I.
only,
That's
and they nitpick the ones that they want to be heard by
that's
the
my
public.
point, right? Is like if I put out these pictures,
Yeah.
the pictures I didn't put out were not meant to be put out.
Because they're poo.
Well, in
Or
my
in
opinion,
your opinion, yeah.
they weren't perfect or good enough to be put out.
Yeah.
So if you put them out, or like my family put them out so that they could make money off of it, fuck you. I didn't want to put these out, so don't put them out because you wanted
Yeah.
to make money off of it. Like, that's so ass.
Yeah.
Unless I, like, who was it? There was a rapper that playing some jams over there.
Jamming in the background.
I forget what rapper it was, but he put his daughter as like an executive producer on an album when she was like 3 or 5 or something like that.
It's DJ Khaled.
No, it wasn't DJ Khaled. It was like an old 90s rapper.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He put her on an album specifically so that she would
gain
always
royalties,
get royalties from that album.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a kid or if I, like, you know what I mean, my parents or whatever, like, I would write them in as so that they would get royalties from it. If I wanted them to always get money even after my death, that's how I would do it. I wouldn't. Don't fucking use the stuff that wasn't meant to be released. Like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb. But
All right.
yeah, I don't know. Fucking. What do you want to do? Like, one more thing before we go.
Yeah, we can talk about one more thing and then we should wrap it up. There's one, like, we can talk about the shit that's going into place tomorrow briefly.
Oh, bro,
If you
we
wanna
never
talk
talked about what we did yesterday.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's talk about what we did yesterday.
Yeah. So I like
That's
a
so
little
funny, man.
a little while back I started getting some chatter from a guy I work with, contract work wise. He was like, "Oh, like we're trying to get like this like wrestling show off the ground kind of thing." And so I was like, "Cool, yeah, like I'm all about this." Like I don't know. Everybody used to watch WWE when we were younger. Like everybody, the fucking like WWE was the fucking shit. So I'm like, sure, I'll get hands on, and we start building the show up, and then we kind of realize, oh fuck, we need extra hands on set, right? So I get Noah involved in it, and fucking like yesterday, on Friday. Or on Thursday, we start, like, getting a bunch of gear, and I wasn't there for that. But on Friday, we start, like, actually building the set, and, like, we actually get everything going, and, like, we have it looking really nice. And then Saturday was the actual show. I don't know. You fucking take it away.
It was so funny to me. And you guys know that I love, like, actual fighting. I am a huge MMA fan and stuff, and I never grew up watching WWE or whatever, but when I see, like, the highlights of it, it's always weird. I understand it because it's more of a show, you know what I mean? They're not trying to look like they're actually fighting, right?
Yeah.
It's an actual show. You're getting invested in the character and the storyline more so than what these people are doing or they're fighting-wise, right? And when you watch MMA, you want to see Anderson Silva knock someone out because of he's slick with his head movement. You want to see him dodge punches and hit some guy unexpected, right?
Yeah.
When you see wrestling, you want to see the guy that you hate get fucked up by the guy that you love.
Yeah.
And there's all this shit, and he hits him over the head with a chair, and it's fucking animated.
It's
and
so over the top.
you know what I mean? And everything. But so Trey called me up. He's like, "Hey man, you want to work on this shit?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah," right? Because one of my dream jobs for working on a multicam production is to work for the UFC one day, right? Just if I end up going that route, that's just one thing because that's my passion, right? Combining two of my passions into one. And so I'm like, okay, this would be good experience. Pretty much doing something exactly like that on a super small scale. Perfect entry gig. But I had no idea what the fuck to expect from this, right? So I show up to this fucking gig, and we're in like this really small venue, like 150 seats. There's this fucking wrestling ring in the middle. Literally, like the ropes are made from fucking duct tape.
Yeah.
Like it looks like some like super looks like some super like underground shit. And he's dude, like we're going through the show and it's going all well. These some of the characters, man, like there's
one guy, his name's Fergie. This guy's a fucking beauty, but like
my thought process is like, how does this is like underground pro wrestling?
It's like indie. Yeah, they called it indie wrestling.
Indie wrestling. I don't understand how the fuck you get into that.
Yeah,
that's what I don't understand.
Yeah,
because it's not like you start. It's not like to make the UFC. You got to go through like the amateur ranks, and there's all these different promotions, and you got to fight all these guys, and you got to win all the way up. But if it's scripted,
I think it's the character.
It's character-wise. You gotta build your character.
Yeah.
In these smaller promotions.
Yeah.
Like this one.
Yeah.
But how do I get in there in the first place? Do I call someone and say, "Hey man, I got this idea of me being a unicorn boy, and I'm gonna wear a unicorn tusk on my head, and I'm gonna go in and I'm only gonna leg kick people.
Stab people with the unicorn.
I'm gonna stab people with a unicorn horn."
That's the
It's
thing.
like-
I have literally no idea. But I was like you brought that point up, and I was like, yeah, how do you start this?
How do you start this? Like, I wanted to ask some of the guys, like, because there's wrestlers that were there that were like our age, like they're fucking early 20s.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man.
There's
like,
also wrestlers that like the twins from Vancouver, the Voros twins or whatever, that like the Da Vinci guys, if you're on TikTok, like those guys.
Yeah.
Like fucking all puffed up, like they look like what are they called? The little troll dolls.
Yeah, they look like the troll dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, man, it's like
it was a fucking sick show.
It was a sick show. It was a shit show, and we're probably gonna be working on it, like probably once a month for the next little bit.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but
They had like just for reference here, like they had like a 2:00 and like a 7:00 show. The 2:00 was pretty tame, but like the 7:00 got fucking hectic.
people were going wild, like these wrestlers, because and the fans that come to these shows, that come to these
They're all
underground
about it.
pro wrestling
They're
shows, they are
all about
fucking
it.
all about it.
Yeah.
And the thing is like the people are in the audience, and it's not like a regular show where it's like people are silent or people are cheering. It's like that, like it's like silent. People are just screaming at the guys in the ring, and then the guys in the ring will like look back. What the fuck did you say?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, what? And it's like a grandma in the front. They're like, you fucking suck.
The one guy, like he takes his like shirt off or whatever, and like he like throws the guy out of the ring at one point. And like I didn't actually hear what the person in the audience said, but like the guy like turns around and goes, "The fuck you looking at my nipples for?"
Oh, because they were like, your nipples are hard.
Yeah,
yeah.
What are you looking at my nipples for? And then like he gives him a little like what's up, and then gets back to the match.
It's
So good.
funny, man.
But then like the last match was hilarious
Oh,
because
yeah.
me and Noah like noticed when they were kind of like blocking their stuff out for like the matches. We were like, oh, this guy actually looks like he knows how to fight.
100% knew how to fight. I could see, like, there's...
You can tell like the way they carry
when
themselves.
the way they carry themselves, but he was throwing like some like he was just kind of like shadow boxing in the ring, going through stuff and like throwing like a kick on like the guy, and the guy was gonna like grab the kick, and he would like perfectly turn over his hip perfectly.
Yeah.
Like his technique was perfect. I'm like, all right, this guy knows how to fight. He obviously came from a fighting background. Now he's pro wrestling, right?
Yeah.
And this fucking guy in the main event was legit kicking the other guy. Legit kicked him in the face about 3 times.
Yeah.
Like legit kicked him in the face.
Yeah, because like normally like in wrestling you'll go for like a kick or whatever, and like as the kick's supposed to land, you take a bit of heat off of it, and you also like smack
you
your
hit
leg.
Your fucking thing,
so
yeah.
you hear like a smack. This guy was full bore. Like the dude he was fighting, Ridge Legend, by the way.
Yeah.
His chest was purple.
Like purple. Yeah,
It
he
was
was taking fucking
beat.
kicks to the chest, man.
It was beat. Like it was
Yeah.
bad. It was funny as hell though.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was. Oh man, it was fucking. I want to go more in depth on it like next time maybe.
Next
but
time, yeah.
it was fucking. It was good. It's a
Yeah.
fun time.
Well, anyways, man, we should probably wrap this up. It's getting
Yeah.
pretty late out here. We got our producers sleeping behind the camera.
But he slumped in the
Just
chair.
Slumped out of the back. Okay. All right, guys.
Beers put him to bed.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for sticking around.
It's been 2 years.
It's been
boys.
2 years, boys. It's been a long journey.
We love you.
But we love you guys so much. Thinking back to how the podcast started to the production now, at least like what we're doing and just like the whole everything.
Yeah.
About that. I'm very happy to where we have come.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to have you guys coming every week to watching the episode.
Hopefully, with this episode, we might have a little rebrand coming.
Yeah,
In
hopefully
terms of
we'll
colors and
we
logos and
will
shit.
see what happens, boys.
But maybe not.
Maybe
you guys
not.
may be getting used to this
Camera
3
setup?
camera setup. We'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
So yeah,
Thank you guys so much for sticking around. You guys know we love you. Drink your water.
stay hydrated, you fucks.
Peace out.
Bye bye.
Pew.